It do be PC, pretend Crips, but nah, I'm not a pretend Crip.
6 OK, you know I be at. What you talking about? There's no me. I caught him locking. Real GBO blood.
See all that header, that Crip, nigga. Like, what matter the set, boy.
RP Nip, nah, then smoking on Nip right now.
Apologize again before I spit on you.
I'm sorry for dissing all the day.
Say Nipsey, bro.
I'm sorry for dissing Nipsey.
Nipsey Hussle, homie.
I'm sorry for dissing Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry about that.
Chopper with the spotlight out, and we were just running through bushes. But Gaston, he's the one that took everything.
That's the only thing between me and you, that's what I'm saying. Is tatted up and actually from a hood, and they're snitching. I'm not from nowhere.
Rap News Street Politics, the best hood channel on YouTube, and we back in LA about to touch on somebody that's still playing with their life in these streets. We got Gaston McWhinnie, aka GBO Gaston. Now, for everybody that's not familiar with Gaston, this is a dude that has started his own gang coming out of Lakewood. Lakewood is just east of Northside Long Beach and really is going to be known solely for the Lakewood Mall. There's really nothing else that's coming out of Lakewood. It's a really nice area, definitely not known for its gangbanging. The closest hoods that's going to be surrounding Lakewood is going to be hoods at Northside Long Beach, Hawaiian Gardens, Artesia, on the borderline of East Lakewood, and Bellflower. But Lakewood as a whole, 95% of it is really going to be upper middle class families reside in this section, not with the gang activity. But this is where we get a special situation where GBO Gaston has formulated his own hood over here called Get Back Official off Hayter Avenue between Delamo and Candlewood. Now, over the years, we've seen a lot of people really do a lot of popping it on the internet, trying to get famous off the clout and kind of just going to the extreme to make their presence felt on the internet. 9 times out of 10, those are always the people that end up getting smoked or going to prison over the games that they playing in the streets. And he really just next in line to take part in one of them situations. You know, over the years, we've seen a lot from this dude. We've seen him implicating himself in a homicide. We've seen him take credit for a shooting that happened on Instagram Live. We also seen him claim to be the one that actually shot Nipsey Hussle when he was killed.
Nigga, I'm not playing about none of that shit, nigga. I seen him in front of All Money Inn store, nigga. Seen him with his daughter, nigga. I shot him, nigga. I was like, hey, where you from? He was like, I'm from 60. I said, all right, nigga, GBO, shot him, nigga, got loose, nigga. I'm on the E-way right now doing the dash, nigga. I got away from the crime scene, nigga.
Bro, so you telling me and everybody else on this motherfucking line that you shot Nipsey Hussle?
I shot Nipsey Hussle. Gaston McWhinnie, I shot Nipsey Hussle. Come get me, nigga. I shot him.
We seen him in the interrogation room playing with them people over Mariah Carey's house being flocked. And we've also seen him dissing a lot of dead homies from a lot of reputable sets in the city. And everything at this point is kind of bubbled up to where it's more probable than not that this dude's life gonna be taken real soon. And we gonna speak on all the events that he's become infamous for throughout the city, as well as touch on his home life with his family and show y'all how this dude not even like that. So let's rewind the clock back to about 2020, 2021 when he first hit the scene. We know his main primary beef started with somebody named Eric Vincent Osby, aka Blocck Boy, who's allegedly from Mob Piru in Compton. Now, both of them dudes, young kids at the time, just going back and forth. But after a few events took place between them two, which we gonna speak on, Gaston seemingly puts his feet deep in this street shit when he decides to actually start dissing hoods out here. So we first seen this dude in 2021, pulling up an Eastside Black Bandit Crip hood on the east side of Long Beach.
You see me walking, right? Look, who am I? I can't walk because your bitch ass boy got shot. Nigga, fuck silence all his day on me. Look, cars put up, I'm not even scared. Look around. You see any bagels? You see how they never outside? These niggas bullshit. I'm about to walk with a walker in their head. Look, I'm Gabby with a walking. Walk with me, look. You see these signs? I'm walking with it. I'm trying to be just like Silas Jackson, the nigga that got shot. Nigga, bagels all they day on me, nigga. Fuck.
He showed himself on Gavio to 10th Avenue, dissing somebody that got shot and was in a wheelchair at the time, and also dissing all the Black Bandit's dead homies. Now, at this time, he was trying to fit in with these Northside Long Beach Crips in them Carmelito projects, the Bricc Boys. We done seen him associating with Hitman 50, a dude named A Beezy, records with Jabalo. He wanted to fit in with these dudes on the north because, like I said, Lakewood is not a reputable side of town. It's not a town you can just be banging especially for the activities that he was looking to get himself into. And with Black Bandit being an enemy set of the Bricc Boys, of course he gonna start beefing with these dudes. And of course he was playing with a little bit of fire when he was going back with some of these young dudes claiming a mob on the east side of Compton, which is when we seen somebody from Piru catch him lacking at the courthouse in 2021. But like I said, in 2021, he was just getting his feet wet. 2022 is when he decided to turn this shit up a notch and go to Nipsey Hussle grave and his mural and spit at his gravesite and throw some piss on his picture in his hood.
My blower out right here, nigga. I'm finna spit on Cuz grave, nigga. Sissies on they dead homies, nigga. Nigga, you see the time and all that? 7:40, nigga, on a dead homies, nigga. You see the piss? Finna throw piss on Cuz on a dead homies, Cuz. Look, piss on Cuz, nigga.
Now, it's common sense that this will have the whole city in an uproar. And there was really no good reason for him to do any of that. He's not from LA. Dudes he hanging around with was not beefing with the 60s, but he feels like this was a good idea to get his name out there. And we gonna speak about his true motives as well. Now after that, it seemed like he just wanna start beefing with all the neighborhood Crips, because shortly after this situation, we catch him beefing with Cmac from Rollin' 50s, where not only did he diss Cmac in front of Tunchi from Blocck and in front of Bonelli from 6-0, he also proceeded to disrespect all of the Rollin' 50 dead homies and say he was smoking on Nipsey.
Weird ass nigga on the dead homies. Niggas know. Niggas always wanna pop it, nigga. Niggas know on the dead homies, nigga. I go to 55th right now with my blower, nigga. I got 55 shots, nigga, on the dead homies, nigga. I got 55 shots in the clip, nigga. On Crip, nigga. Niggas know. Nigga, I'm sliding right now. I'm gang sliding, nigga. Dead homies, bro. Nigga.
So playing all them games, especially with those specific people on live, automatically is putting this dude in a bad position on the west side. With this in the 50s and the 60s in front of some dudes from Hunnies who also rock with the neighborhoods is putting a big target on your back. But around the same time, he still was pressing the gas. He decides to take it to Watts, where he starts beefing with D3 from Bounty Hunters. Now, not only did he pull up in the Nickersons, diss the Bounty Hunters and they dead homies, and diss D3 as well as drop D3 location to his crib or whatever, he pulls out a shirt of one of D3 deceased homies, lights it on fire, and spits on it, continuing his dissing of the dead.
That ski mask on, cause I gotta blow a nigga down, nigga. Fuck D3 all his dead homie, nigga. You see a dead homie burning right now. Look at the face, Show the face, show his dead homie burning. Look, me spit on Cuz. Look, show me spitting on Cuz. Spitting on dead homie, look. Don't cut in there, nigga. Fuck your dead homie. All on the floor, nigga. I'm a nigga for my set. Look.
And then he's also seen around the same time beefing with the Grape Streets on live. But something else that we're gonna touch on in this video is his ties to these areas, his family background. Cause his father stays on Wilmington, in between these bounty hunters and the Grapes, Mr. Jimmy. So, you know, it's not really known why he decides to play all these games, because the clout can't be this worth it, especially when you start introducing your people into the mix. But after this situation, especially with the Nipsey dissing, like I said, he was cool with the Bricc Boys in the 50s, and he did a song with Jabberloc called Slauson. At this time, he falls out with Jabberloc over that dissing. Jabberloc doesn't want to associate himself with Nipsey, and rightfully so. Nobody should want to associate themselves with this dude unless they full-fledged enemies of the neighborhoods for the most part. And even then, man, in today's climate, a civilian may even knock your ass over because you dissing Nipsey. But in 2022, his beef ain't stopped there with Jabberloc. This is when the situation happens where he goes on live with a dude named Mr. Getitdone and records himself shooting a gun in public, broad daylight. Mr. Getitdone is sitting right there. He's on live too with the dude. The bullet missed him. He say, dude missed. And he takes credit and admits to shooting a gun in broad daylight. But he claims he's not a snitch. Well, I mean, if you snitching on yourself, I don't know.
What's that, damn?
He shot and he missed.
But he was also with the dissing of these dudes up at No Jumper around this same time. Like I said, at this point, in 2022, he really wanted to get cracking. Also, he can get an interview up at No Jumper with Adam 22. He allegedly pulls up to Whack 100 house and pulled up to Adam 22 house looking for these dudes, beefing with Bricc Baby, and pulls up to No Jumper and pisses on No Jumper's doorstep. So, you know, just doing a lot of little kid shit, but tying everything in with this gangbanging. But it seemed like he wanted to pick up the torch where Blocck Boy left off. Now, everybody knows that Blocck Boy started all this bullshit in the city with playing games like this on the internet and dissing hoods at random. We seen Blocck Boy go at it with the Hoovers, pulling up at their hood park, whacking them dudes out, dissing all they dead homies. He also pulled up to the bounty hunters, dissing the bounty hunters' dead homies. Pulled up to PJ Watts, dissed they dead homies. He was also dissing Dye City, the same hood Rimble from, and he was dissing them Eastside 4-pack gangsters off 43rd. And with him claiming the Takers or Mob Paru, of course he was dissing all Compton Crips. But the only person that really matched his level was his main enemy in GBO Gaston. Both of these dudes was young, fresh out of high school, and really playing games in these streets. Both of them was seen having a lot of back and forth. But I'ma keep it real, GBO Gaston was extremely turned down when Blocck Boy was around.
Hop out. You talking about where you from? Hop out. You like a bitch right now. Hop out. Let me get your rollie, nigga. Hop out. Hop out. You bang, nigga? Fuck GBO, nigga. Come here. Fuck GBO, nigga. Fuck GBO, nigga.
I need that 5-band rollie. Where the rollie at?
Niggas. You a bitch, nigga.
Where the rollie?
This is why we seen him doing all these crazy antics ever since Blocck Boy was taking out this shit. We seen Blocck Boy pull up to his crib multiple times, did a whole Street Fighter beatdown on his Benz, spent his block multiple times. But everything bubbled up for Blocck Boy when somebody killed him over here in Lakewood on 207th Street in the Trey 57 Hustlers, not too far from Hawaiian Gardens. Now, 2 days after Christmas, somebody put a shot in this dude's head in broad daylight for all that playing. His people had to put up that GoFundMe, was celebrating that he gave his life to Allah, and tried to claim a senseless act of gun violence was the reason why their 19-year-old loved one checked out this shit early. But we know that's always the case, especially when you this young. Your people don't know you out here being stupid and playing games with some dudes that's really in the street, really not on the internet. But after this murder, we see GBO Gaston, like I said, somewhat taking credit and implicating himself in this homicide because it took place in Lakewood.
Hey, y'all remember when Cuz stuck in my car, right? Now Cuz dead, right? In the grave, right? Dead bitch, nigga. Spit on Cuz. Yeah, spit on Cuz. Cuz is down, nigga. What that say? Lakewood, right? Damn, where I live? Oh, no, I think I'm in Lakewood right now. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, this Lakewood. Yeah.
We seen A Beezy from Bricc when he was cool with Bricc, laughing with him on live. We seen Hitman 50 laughing with him on live. And we seen Treyway from Hoover laughing with him on live. Now, at this point, his situation with Treyway seemed to be his last lifeline. They shared a commonality in both beefing with Blocck Boy because Blocck Boy was dissing the Hoovers. And now that he's been ostracized by the Bricc Boys and dissed all the neighborhood Crips, he feels like the Hoovers is a safe place for him. We seen him recently talking with Treyway, talking about they gonna slide on the 40s when Treyway get out. But I don't think he gonna be around when Treyway get out. I'm gonna keep it real. But with all that being said, the main thing is Faneyce McWhinnie, his mother, a social studies teacher, didn't raise her little boy like this. Now, she's taught middle school. She taught at his high school when he went to Narbonne in Harbor City. She also taught for his brother in high school. You know, she one of them mothers that almost seemed to coddle her son. And this is probably why he wanted to go against the grain so hard, because his mama had him in a chokehold trying to keep her baby out the streets. Now, like I said, his father, his biological father, stays over here off Wilmington. Somewhere in between 112th and 105th, I just say that. The 10 Lines is over here. Like I said, in between Grape and the Bounty Hunters. He wasn't in his crib off Hayter Avenue, but Mr. Nimmons was, his step pops. Like he spoke on, he got a little brother in that DC Baby Draco interview. His little brother's father was over here on Hater Avenue and was probably whooping that boy ass as a retired war veteran. So it seemed like he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He got his mama in high school, probably pulling his ear, because everybody know them kids whose mamas and they daddies worked at the school, they wasn't allowed to do nothing. Square as hell. Was never getting into trouble. And if they was, man, they mamas was coming to pull their ear to that office. And then when he get home, his step-pop just hate looking at him, because that ain't his son. So he probably just hating life over there on Hater Avenue. But before they got on Hater, his mom was looking at a spot over on Minturn. I believe they didn't get that house, which is why they moved into the Manor Apartments, where this dude starts a gang, GBO. But like I said, the gangbanging wasn't on the forecast with this dude. His mom was taking him on cruises, trips to Frisco, always taking pictures of her boys when they not looking, just loving life. He was playing basketball. She said balled his life, but the nigga was trash. He couldn't get right. We seen at prom, his mama had to hook him up with one of her students to go. Like I said, everybody know them kids that had their parents working there. They wasn't on nothing. They couldn't smack nothing down. And his family was so happy when he made it to his senior year over at Carson. Now, I say all that because I'm very sure his mama gonna say the same thing Blocck Boys people was saying, that it was a senseless act of gun violence that took this dude out. An accident. This lady finna be 57 next month, man. You gonna keep putting your mama through this for no reason. You ain't no real gangster. You remember that time when somebody broke into your mama's car and took your lunch money for the month and took your brother's cell phone, and y'all had to file that police report with the Lakewood PD. You remember that? This that same woman that's gonna be picking out the trim on your casket because you think you tough. Jimmy Harrison and Edwin is gonna be carrying your casket. Probably Corey too, if you keep playing with these streets, man. But it may be too late to even turn back. I'm gonna keep it real. All that shit probably a wrap. But the thing is, if the streets don't take him out, jail may say this dude life. So we see he got a little track history, called himself trying to put in work. He had the burglary in 2019, another forgery charge in 2020, another taking a vehicle without consent in 2022, a controlled substance charge in 2023. And this dude bragged about his latest charges with the kidnappings and a couple 211s, where he was bragging about having a $250,000 bail, talking about having a house to put up.
Man, that shit was crazy, man. We had $1 million bail, bruh. $1 million bail. Man, we were sick to our stomach, man. We calling in that we need a house, everything. We need a house.
Man, is that why your mama had to get a P.O. box in Fontana? Because she had to strip her shit to get you out? Because you was doing some dumbass shit? It's people like this that haven't woke up that deserve to be taking out this shit. I'm going to keep it real. You want to be in the game, you got to hold your own shit, not having your mama come bail you out. At 25, finna be 26 in December. Still having her move around for your ass. Crazy. Brother just graduated high school, and they looking at you like you a dumbass. But after he done bailed out, we done seen him hit the streets again. Back into the beef. So we seen him now cornering his shit off, beefing with Big Sad, dissing the PBG dead homies on Cadillac in front of Joe's Market. We seen him take a visit to Draco Grave, still playing at the Gravesites. He gonna be there soon. He liked being there. Now he was dissing the Stinc Team, talking about how they let Draco die. And then his stupid ass walks into a back door with them Bricc Boy Crips. Now, like I said, he was cool with A-Beezy. He got songs with A-Beezy, songs with Jabaloke, Hitman 50 was on this shit. He was cool with them dudes. But doing all this funny shit, A-Beezy opened up that back door on him. So he thought they was still cool, even like he said in that DC Baby Draco interview. He was good, they cool. He gets in the back seat with these dudes, and they halfway kidnapped the nigga. He had to run. They told him stop playing, stop doing that. And as soon as he was done running, he cut the camera on, still trolling. He went to, I believe, a dude from Bricc Boy's gravesite after this, and said that A-Beezy's gonna be the next one in the grave.
Bro, but you'll never know for your homie a snake, bro, and the dead homie look at me, AB, you a bitch, bro. If I catch you, I'ma kill you on Crip, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. Bricks and all they dead homies, nigga. You know where I'm at, nigga. I'm right here. This is where you go end up. You go end up just like your dead guy, nigga. Just like Jabari, nigga, on Crip, nigga. You know what I'm on, nigga. Fuck Bricks and all they dead homies. What?
Now somebody did make him apologize for that Nipsey dissing But that shit don't even matter. It ain't no apologies at this point. So this is why he trying to align himself with the Hoovers now, with Treyway now. He think he found a friend. But man, he couldn't even navigate a section that he's familiar with in the north of Long Beach. And he got backdoored. What you think these West Side niggas gonna do? You better stop playing. Just because you diss a neighborhood don't make you cool with the Hoovers. Especially if you dissing the gangsters in PBG. At some point, that's gonna have to be talked about if you kicking it with the Hoovers. Cause we done seen Sad do records with Treyway as well. Like I said, the clock is ticking on this dude, man. And you never know, this video may save this dude life, or at the least give you the facts about why he dead when you watching it. But hey, like he said, he not no snitch. When he was behind them walls, he said he ran phase with the neighborhoods and the gangsters, but it was rumors of him being in a psych ward. And in 2022, we did see a mental competency hearing in one of his proceedings. So as we see, man, this dude is a liar. He lied about going to Jordan to them Northside dudes. They called him out on that. But again, this is all fun and games to him. And somebody gonna turn his lights off if jail don't save his ass, man. I'm gonna keep it real. But to cap it all off, we also see some dirty allegations on this dude's name where a female was accusing this dude of messing with her when she was 15 and he was 21.
Ma, don't call it cops.
You know we can get it going.
Open it.
You can't make you been fucking me since I was 15, you was 21. Call the cops. We can start
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. Don't lie like that. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
Now, this is the definition of them bad people, man. This dude is no good in the streets, and he's not somebody that anybody should be promoting, dealing with, doing records with, interviews with, none of that, man. This dude should be booted out the city or taken out this shit, man. This Rap News Street Politics, the best hood channel on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to keep coming with this heat, man. We out.